I'm pregnant. This word is really common nowadays. In today's generation, most of the girls are getting pregnant at young ages, and it's decreasing our education. Most people who get pregnant don't want to be pregnant. In this speech, I am going to be telling you about teenage pregnancy in modern world. Teenage pregnancy is a global problem, and it is considered a high-risk group in spite of conflicting evidence. Teenage pregnancies and teenage motherhood are a cause for a concern worldwide. From a historical point of view, teenage pregnancies are nothing new. Right now, we are in the midst of pandemic. Virus is still very new, and it is still very dangerous, and we don't know a lot yet about any effects it have on pregnancy. For much of the human history, it was absolutely common that girls get married during their late adolescence and experience first birth during their second decade of life. This kind of reproductive behavior was socially desired and considered as normal. Nowadays, however, the prevention of teenage pregnancies and teenage motherhood is a priority about public health in nearly all developed and increasingly developing countries. For a long time, teenage pregnancy was associated with severe medical problems. However, most of the data supporting this viewpoint have been collected some decades ago and mainly reflect the situation of peer socially disadvantaged teenage mother. According to more recent studies, teenage pregnancies are risky ones. In today's generation, most of the teenage girl doesn't plan to get pregnant, but many do. They don't know the possible outcomes if they enter this thing. Teenage pregnancy is a major public health concern. As per the WHO, or what we call the World Health Organization, 16 million females between the ages of 15 to 19 years and 1 million below 15 years of age gave birth per year. Teen pregnancies carry extra risk health to the both mother and the baby. Often, some teens don't get prenatal care soon enough, which can lead to problems later on. They have higher risk for pregnancy-related high blood pressure and its complications. There are possible threats of teenage pregnancy, such as the risk of the baby, and that will include the premature birth and the low birth weight. Complications resulting from pregnancy remain the second most common cause of death in teenage females. A higher risk for pregnancy-related high blood, or what we call preeclampsia, and most teens who are pregnant are single. Being a single parent can have a financial and emotional stressors, and a stressed parent puts the baby at risk. For them, in that case, if they don't know handle the situation, abortion is the key and the only chance for them to solve the problem. But don't you think aborting that baby may save you from your problems? No. It is much better to keep that child with you. Do your very best, and you need to stand those consequences. Aborting is not the key to save your life. And remember, if you do abortion, you are not called as a single mother, but you are called a mother of a dead baby. The reality of the teenage pregnancy is completely heartbreaking. One of the reasons why others got pregnant because of the sexual violence. This sexual violence or abuse is the serious and the most worst that leads to unwanted pregnancy, as the teenage girl who have been forced into sex are less likely to have the opportunity or choice to use contraceptives. Adolescent pregnancies are a global problem that occurs in a high, middle, and a low-income countries. Around the world, adolescents' pregnancies are more likely to occur in marginalized communities, commonly driven by poverty and lack of education and employment opportunities. For some adolescents, pregnancy and childbirth are planned and wanted. In some contexts, girls may face social pressure to marry and, once married, to have children. Each year, about 15 million girls are married before the age of 18 years, and 90% of births to girls aged 15 to 19 years occur within marriage. So, are you ready to become a parent? Wanting to add a branch of your family tree? Well, from the moment that you know that you are pregnant, or partnership that you are being a parent. Having a child can have a huge impact on young person's life and aspirations. Your life changes when you become a parent. Half of teen mothers don't graduate from high school, and babies born to teens face increased medical risk. I know that having a baby is an amazing experience, but you know it could be good for you, your health, and you can handle it alone. Facing an unexpected pregnancy can be emotionally overwhelming, especially if you got it alone. You will need to build a support system of your friends or family to lean on. When you become aware of an unexpected pregnancy, you may feel overwhelmed by a flood of tough questions like, should I keep my baby? Am I ready to be a parent? What should I do if I'm pregnant but I don't want that baby? It is difficult to answer, right? But you are the only one who must decide which of your pregnancy options are truly best in your circumstances. When you become a parent, raising your child often becomes the first priority. Personal, educational, and career goals sometimes have to put on hold. You can ask yourself whether you are able or willing to delay your plans in order to start a family. When deciding being a parent, may expectant mother's environment or support system, and ask yourself whether you can provide the opportunities you imagine for your baby. Most unmarried teens don't plan on pregnant, and they often terrified when it happens. Many, particularly younger teens, keep the news of their pregnancy secret because the fear, the anger, and the disappointment of their parents. Some might have denied to themselves that they are pregnant, which makes it even more important for parents to help and step in and find medical care for their teen as early in the pregnancy as possible. Sometimes, deciding what to do about not being ready to be a mother is not that easy. It is a very difficult and complicated. Your decision is a very personal, and everyone's situation is different. You're the only one person walking on your shoes, so the decision is yours. Always remember that being a parent is not that easy, especially if you're not that in a right age. It is important to take time. You need to make the best decision for you. Just look at our parents. Imagine if you do the things that they did to us. Don't you think you can? So, better you have a wise decision and at the same time be vigilant. You know, in this generation, it is hard to handle. So better be wise and be careful always.